Have you ever sat down just to check your phone for a second? You tell yourself, just 5 minutes, a brief escape from the noise of reality. But when you finally look up, 2 hours have vanished. You weren't asleep. You weren't fully awake. You were somewhere in between, a limbo where time dissolves and willpower evaporates. You don't feel pain. In fact, you don't feel much of anything. Just a mild, rhythmic numbness washing over you with every flick of your thumb. Scroll, scroll. This isn't just wasting time. And that brain fog you feel, it isn't just fatigue. There is a precise surgical procedure being performed on your mind right now, and you are wide awake for it. Scientists call it digital attention fragmentation. The internet calls it brain rot. Here, we call it by its true name, the systematic murder of boredom that ended up killing the soul. Welcome to the dark side of your own consciousness. In the mid-20th century, behavioral psychologist B.F. Skinner conducted a simple yet terrifying experiment. He placed a pigeon inside a box with a button. If the pigeon pecked the button, food would drop. At first, the food appeared every single time. The pigeon learned to peck only when it was hungry. Simple. But then Skinner changed the rules. He made the food drop randomly. Sometimes the bird pecked and got nothing. Sometimes it pecked 10 times with no result. And then, suddenly, a jackpot. What happened to the pigeon? Did it give up? Did it get bored? No. It went insane. It began pecking the button hysterically, thousands of times an hour without stopping, even when it wasn't hungry. It had fallen into the trap of what psychologists call a variable reward schedule. This box is your smartphone, and you, with all due respect to your humanity, are the pigeon. Every piece of content you scroll past is a peck on the button. Most videos are boring or average, but suddenly you find one that is hilarious, shocking, or validating. Your brain floods with dopamine, not the dopamine of satisfaction, but the dopamine of seeking. The brain doesn't want you to be happy, it wants you to search for happiness. That is why you don't stop when you find a video you like. You keep going, looking for the next one. You are chasing a digital ghost, engineered by behavioral architects who are paid millions of dollars to ensure you never, ever leave the box. Look around you. Have you noticed that old movies feel excruciatingly slow? Do you struggle to read a single page of a book without your eyes darting around? Do you speed up voice notes to 2x because you can't tolerate the patience required to listen to a friend speak? This isn't just a change in preference. This is a physiological change in the structure of your brain. Researcher David Levy coined the term popcorn brain. Your mind has become accustomed to rapid, constant bursts of stimulation, like kernels of popcorn exploding randomly and violently. In a study famously cited by Microsoft, the average human attention span reportedly dropped from 12 seconds in the year 2000 to just 8 seconds today. For context, a goldfish has an attention span of 9 seconds. Yes, we are officially losing the cognitive battle against a fish. When the brain is bombarded with this volume of rapid-fire context switching, dancing, war, comedy, tragedy, all in seconds, it enters a state of sensory shock. To protect itself, it shuts down deep processing. You are watching, but you aren't understanding. You are hoarding information in your short-term memory only to flush it out the moment you swipe to the next video. You are consuming the entire world, yet you are starving for meaning. And this brings us to the most disturbing part of the diagnosis. This isn't just about focus, it's about anhedonia, a psychological term that means the inability to feel pleasure in activities that were once enjoyable. When you flood your brain with cheap dopamine from short-form content, you artificially spike your stimulation baseline. Real life cannot compete with the algorithm. Reading a book? Too slow. Sitting with family? There is no plot twist every 3 seconds. A walk in nature? The graphics are good, but the content is boring. The real world is quiet. It is slow. It requires effort to extract pleasure from it. Social media is loud, fast, and gives you pleasure for free. Over time, reality starts to look gray. It feels flat. You become a stranger in your own physical reality and a citizen of a world that doesn't exist. This is the true brain rot. It isn't stupidity. It is the inability to taste life. So where are we heading? We are the first generation in history to undergo this mass psychological experiment. We are the lab rats, and we don't know when the experiment ends. Brain rot started as a joke to describe bad memes, but now it's an accurate clinical description of a generation's state of mind. A generation that has access to all the knowledge in human history, but lacks the patience to read a single paragraph of it. The question isn't, how do I delete my apps? The question is, do I still own my mind? Escaping the matrix doesn't require a red pill or a blue pill. It requires something much harder. It requires the ability to endure boredom. Because in boredom, in silence, and in slowness, your brain starts to repair itself. In boredom, original thoughts are born. In boredom, you return to being you. In a moment, this video will end. YouTube's algorithm will immediately try to serve you another video. It will try to keep you in the box. Try something revolutionary today. Turn off the screen and sit in silence for just 1 minute. It might feel like the longest minute of your life, but it will be the only minute that truly belongs to you.